Hey guys, Taneda here. Today I'm gonna talk about drone. It's a topic I've got asked a bit about, and yeah, let's basically try and figure out what we can do with that, how to deal with that, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. So what are the ways to make drone? Actually, I've got some ideas, I have some techniques, so we could try and do something similar. Basically, I'm not like an expert in history of drone, but what drone is, it's basically any kind of sustained note. And to produce a sustained note, you can do different things. First of all, like we could try start drone with some sort of noise sample or noise sound. So, okay, we are here in Vital and we have some sort of noise going on. It's just a plain white noise without anything. Doesn't sound like a drone, right? What we can do? We can, first of all, let's make it slightly less pronounced. That's one thing. Let's pitch it down. Like, if we want to go dark, we should pitch it down for sure. Okay, there's already some sort of static feel to it. Okay, what's next? Let's try to filter it out. Let's have this sample routed here. Let's have some sort of, I don't know, diode. Low cut, low shelf, formants. Yeah, formants sound nice. Let's go with those. Let's create more resonance. Let's have actually a sustained note. So why not? Yep. Good. Spread. Okay, we can then do all sorts of things with LFOs here. Like, why not? Mix fine. Or maybe not fine. Let's go with mix as well. Mix it the other way around. Like, okay, that's way too fast. Let's have it. Sounds nice, right? I mean, you can hear it. So let's go through processing with, what's it called? Effects. I will ignore this reverb. I will add delay. So sustained note. Oh, also sustained note. Yes, release. Remember about that. We're going to make drone and whatnot. Also a tag because you want to have something constantly change. And so one of these changes could be basically volume. Let's have even longer decay, like 10 seconds or something. Attack would be, I don't know, 7 seconds, fine. Delay, mix it up. 50-ish feedback, long tails of feedback. That's nice. Spread, dotted, maybe even seconds. So let's leave it this way, basically, right? This would result in something like this. Okay, we even have a way longer sustained note now to go through the old ADSR. So let's work with that. Okay, something like this. Basically, it's a drone. To add more like interesting stuff, we can go do usual things like reverb, like delay we already have. We can have some more processing and some other effects, and something that makes it feel more like an actual instrument or noise source, or a bit more production value to it, let's call it that way. So yeah, I'm just adding reverb. We have this thing. We can kind of play with the EQ, maybe a slight distortion, like soft clip here, mix a bit down. EQ, I would love to hear more lows and highs because we have filtered them out. Or actually, no, we pitched down, so we didn't filter. But yeah, let's see. You get the idea, right? So that's one thing we can do. Second way would be to use feedback and convolution. Here we have 3x OSC, which is like plain and simple. We have only one note. Boom. It's not too drony, it's not sustained. Let's enable the delay. I've changed things up here to basically have a longer delay, have some sort of saturation going for the feedback, and some little modulation. So with delay 3, it turns into this. Then we turn on the reverb, and we have okay, let's try to kinda even squash it a bit further. You get the idea, right? Okay, so a little bit back with the saturation and with all the feedback. Let's go through convolution. Convolution is basically using sample as an impulse response. And yeah, this is a sample from, I think, Glitch with Friends Volume 2, which is a free sample pack. You can check it out somewhere on the glitch.cool website. Yeah, it's a... You get the idea. It's some sort of a noisy, weird Foley kind of sample. And what we have if we use this as a convolution. Self-convolve, sure, stretch. Yeah, okay, let's see. Okay, master is clipping. It's because of reverb. Let's get it back with the reverb. We don't need that. Once again. Mind you, we don't have this kind of delay tail here. We can even turn delay off and see what happens. It goes through this whole sample and then creates this kind of feedback loop, especially when it later on self-convolves. So yeah, that's another way. Cool. Another cool way, but I feel like it's more of a cheating kind of way. We'll have another cheating way later on. Repeating. It's simple, but it's working. It works mostly on some sort of longer samples, in my opinion. I usually do that with any sort of field recordings that I have. Oh, that's a perfect idea. We have this short, like very short recording of noise taken from microphone. And There is this initial transience when I hit the button to record. Can get rid of that. We can actually do another thing. We can get rid of the low end here because it's more like a textural thing. Let's do that, exactly that. Yeah. Okay, so we have only the noise part, which is nice and cool. And what we do is loop it. Doesn't have to match perfectly with the like tempo you have, especially if it's textural noise like that. It will just, repeat itself. To make it even more seamless, let's go with usual reverb. Voila. And one last technique I want to talk about today is basically stretching and slowing things down. It is sort of underappreciated usually, but most of the time it's used like as a meme. If you want to do ambient, you just stretch and slow down things and turn the, I don't know, octave down or whatever. But yeah, if you do it and it sounds okay, why not? I mean, it's also kind of sort of a cheating, you can say, but I kind of like doing it from time to time. Let's take the same noise sample. What if we just stretch it? It's got a totally different texture now. Okay, I mean, we filter a good bunch of it, but yeah. We can use some sort of a equalizer to accentuate a different part of it. Let's say I'll use Spline, which is a free one, and we'll have doesn't sound bad, right? We can even stretch it further and try to get the accent higher here. Something like this. It changed the texture, it changed the sound, it changed the tone, but it still like feels the same kind of washed out textural way. So yeah, stretching, because yeah, I use the algorithm that doesn't just stretch but it pitches it down. We can use actual stretch. It will sound higher than this, but without the reverb you will hear the artifacts of the stretch itself. Yep, quite a bit. It's not often the pleasant sound. It's not often, you don't always want to have it in your mix and be that obvious. Sometimes you do because maybe it's the part of your breakdown that you want to like slow down and feel stretched. But yeah, usually it's a creative decision. Sounds good? Yep. To sum it up, uh, generating noise, self-convolution and feedback, stretching and basically pitching things down. And what else? What was that? Repetition, yeah. So these are the main things I like personally to use for making sustained notes drones. Yeah, the rest of it, basically a lot of effects, all sorts of delay, all sorts of reverb. Uh, just, for the sake of it, I like EOS reverb, the first version of it, the old one, uh, by Audio Damage. But yeah, don't look it up because there's the second version. I don't like it for some reason. Um, there's all sorts of, if you want a free stuff, go check out Valhalla Supermassive. This is another awesome reverb slash delay thingy, and you can do a lot of like serious work with that. I use it from time to time, not always, but I do. There's a whole bunch of free delays, reverbs. Go to, I don't know, KVR and sort by free and use filter for reverbs or delays and check all those plugins. A lot of awesome things popped out in the recent years that you can use. But yeah, depends on you. Depends on the source material, which you can either get recorded or just generate on your own from synthesizers, etc. Um, Another cool way is out of the box is to record things like guitars, play with the bow on anything pretty much. Yeah, basically all atonal stuff sounds fun when it's recorded, and then if you further process it, just becomes a new sort of life of its own. And then ideas pop out and you hear sounds in your head and you basically construct new and new layers. You bundle them up in weird ways, and yeah, that's how things are done, at least on my end. Thanks for watching. See you. Bye.